And good morning again. Well, it is the weather again. Violent tornadoes and storms claimed 12 lives and at least 100 were reported injured this weekend as a result of the violent storms and tornadoes in the Midwest and South. Most of the fatalities occurred just outside Oklahoma City, where a tornado killed 9 people along Interstate 40 Friday night. We're going to start this week exactly how we started last week with the governor of Oklahoma, Mary Fallin. She joins us this morning from El Reno. Governor, I must say, we didn't think last week we'd be talking to you again this week, but Oklahoma, just when we thought the bad news was past, the tornado struck again. How's everybody doing this morning?
Well, we're doing well, Bob. It's been a very trying couple of weeks in the state of Oklahoma, but once again, it's that Oklahoma strong resiliency, compassion, neighbor helping neighbor that we're seeing. Again, we're still pulling up from our bootstraps and we're getting busy doing what we need to do to take care of our people, but we were surprised. We knew the weather was going to be bad, but to think that this could happen 2 weeks in a row is quite remarkable. We had loss of life. Again, we know at least 9 people. We're hoping that there's not going to be more, but there are some people that are missing, and we're still doing some rescuing and searching for that. But it's a lot of cleanup to be done around Oklahoma.
Last week, it appeared that a lot of people were trapped in various buildings and things. This week, it appears that people got in their cars and so forth and were trying to outrun this thing, and a lot of the deaths were on the highways. Is that basically what happened?
I tell you, Bob, I was watching at night as the storm was coming through this area, and I can see I-40 highway from here, which we're real close to, but a lot of people, well, businesses let their employees off at 2, 3, 4 o'clock early to be prepared for the storm because we knew it was going to be coming up. Nothing going on at that time, just cloudy, overcast, but no major storms up. But then about 5, it started hitting, and there were some people who were said, well, just try to go some other place and get in your car and go and try to get away from the storm itself. So we had a lot of people from rush hour traffic. We had people who were just trying to leave their community and maybe go somewhere else that might be safer. And the highways do get clogged up. And so as I was watching the news that night and monitoring the situation, the highways were just packed. I-40 highway just had miles of cars lined up. I-35 down by Moore, where we had the other damage, was right during the rush hour. It was packed too. So I called our Department of Transportation, our Highway Patrol, and our local officials, our emergency management director. I said, we got to do something to get these cars off the highways because they're in peril, because there were several different storm tracks, about 3 to 4 different tornadoes that were going through the areas. Not anything like what the Moore tornado, but there were heavy storms and these people were in their cars. And so we did have some loss of life from those who were in their cars.
Well, that was my next question. How are the folks over in Moore doing?
Well, the folks in Moore had a lot of rain and a lot of hail, some winds, but thankfully no tornado that came through there. The debris pickup is going extremely well. It's remarkable to drive through there. I've been driving through there the last couple of days. There's a lot of people on the ground. They're cleaning up the debris. I've seen a lot of the businesses reopen. The Warren Theater, which was in the area where the hospital was hit, the post office, which is, the damage is still there, but the Warren Theater is now open, and there were a lot of cars there, even yesterday afternoon and the night before, so that's encouraging to see that open. The businesses are beginning to open. There were a lot of businesses that were shut down because the electricity and water was off for several days, but it's starting to come back to life. Commerce is coming back. People are getting their debris pushed aside, and it's being picked up now. A lot of construction companies and different debris removal companies. So we're feeling much better about that. We're thankful that the storms didn't do more compared to what was coming through the other night with the traffic on the highways and just the different storms in Oklahoma. It could have been much, much worse, but we are sad that we did lose, that we know of, 9 lives.
Well, Governor, I want to thank you very much for taking the time this morning, and I want to tell you, I hope we do not begin next week's broadcast with a report from you. You've been very good to keep us up to date on this, but I hope the next time we talk to you, that it'll be about some good news.
Well, I hope so too, Bob. I just want people in America to know that Oklahoma is a great place to live. You know, just like states have wildfires in California or earthquakes or They may have other tornadoes in other areas of the country. You know, this is really a great state. Our economy is doing beautifully, and the people are wonderful. So I hope they are able to come back and see us when we have one of our up moments, and we are very strong. We're going to come back strong.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bob.